I have a tough time sleeping if Saquon goes to Philadelphia, I'll tell you that.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Football Stooges, the stupidest way to cover football imaginable.
Are we positive that nobody's gonna pay?
And if the Eagles lose 2 weeks from now, boy, is it so fucking stupid.
It's gonna be very stupid. Shout out to Mastodon's Eagles. Spoiler alert: they made the Super Bowl for the second time in 3 years. Shout out to them. You have the majority of America rooting for you, and I think by the majority, it's probably the 10 people that are going to be watching it, other than the Puppy Bowl. So, anyway,
I'm so hyped for that. I'm so hyped up for that.
so hyped for it. Yes, welcome to the Football Stooges. I'm your host, Lab City. This is the weekly YouTube show where we cover the NFL and football in general. We are currently in the final weeks of the NFL postseason. We just are this week. Are going to be recapping the conference championships, and we'll actually cover the Super Bowl preview next week, since the Super Bowl is now a week or 2 weeks after the conference recap, because the Pro Bowl is happening. But that is a load of horseshit, so we're not talking about that. So as you can see, Mastodon is here next to us. Happy that the Eagles have gotten there. How are you feeling going into the Super Bowl week upcoming next?
Saquon.
Come on.
I mean, It was basically the offense. 3 touchdowns against the Commanders.
Nick Sirianni shaved his head and realized, hey, run the fucking rock, and there you go. So we'll see how that goes.
When we go over the highlights, there's actually one thing that was kind of weird in the beginning that Washington was doing it could have worked.
Could have.
It was just it was interesting what they were doing.
Next up, a man who might not watch the Super Bowl at all because it's just fuck. Most of us might not even watch it. It's Mamba.
I'm rooting for the Eagles, but I'm forward to it. I'm just gonna eat a bunch of food.
Not many people are overly looking forward to it. Next up, the one and only Gorlami.
I'm blacking out, so I don't have to remember it.
Jeez.
Ugh, God, I hate it.
Next up, the one and only Pat Finn himself. It's K-Duff.
Still weird seeing the other side of a dynasty rising.
Do you still have that taste of Stooges Malort in your mouth?
No, thankfully, I think. In fact, I don't have no taste in my mouth. I'm pretty sure some of my taste buds are shot after that.
Yep.
It's very
good.
A special guest this week, live from somewhere on the West Coast. It's Muzzy.
He's back.
Why does this happen to me?
How come this happened to me?
I made my
So,
mistake.
wanted to get Muzzy back. He's been very busy with grad school. Good to have him back for this episode. Sad that it's the episode right after Josh Allen and the Bills bit the curb. Sadly, we were all rooting for him.
the fourth time in a row in the postseason.
Oh my God! Yeah.
Yeah. Not good.
Sorry,
You couldn't even do it in the Super Bowl 4 times this time. It had to be the championship.
Yeah. I think it's probably better that the Bills didn't do 4 times straight in the Super Bowl, because I don't know if that city could take that again. So
I have a small anecdote. My parents got divorced last year, and my mom married my dad the year after they lost their last Super Bowl, and so she thought, among other things, that since she had divorced my dad, that they were going back.
Put your parents together, and Wide Right 2 brought them apart.
Oh,
yep.
God.
It's
Horrible.
That whole time period in between the last time the Bills were at the Super Bowl and now, they had their marriage. They had me and my siblings, and she thought, this time, he was the curse.
If they win the Super Bowl next year, shout out. Mom needs to be at the front of the parade. Mom needs to be at the front of the parade on the flotilla.
She made the ultimate sacrifice. She took one for the team.
Ultimate sacrifice,
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, wow.
Kendrick is just falling by with a bell going, shame.
So
we
did not have Muzzy on here just to trauma dump about the Bills. We actually are here to celebrate. This is officially the 100th episode of the Football Stooges. I don't know how we got here.
We made
Alcohol.
That's a lot of
Alcohol.
I did some stupid jokes.
Here's why I tell a joke when I work at the Marine Corps base. Like, you know how Marines live? Alcohol is alcohol, tobacco, and energy drinks.
Sounds about right.
That's
Yeah.
basically.
Nicotine.
That's-
But
And
for
nicotine.
us,
Don't-
but for us,
nicotine's
it's
got to be in there. too.
That's why I
alcohol
said tobacco,
coping.
tobacco.
No, for us, it's alcohol coping and Bill Belichick pegging jokes. So, I mean,
And hating Portugal.
And that's counter number one.
Counter number
I
one.
was.
We
I hate
for how many
Portugal.
times Gordon was gonna make a comment about
Hold on. I'm not drunk yet. Give me a second.
I fucking hate Portugal.
This is gonna be
You
like,
can't
but
Normally
again,
from Gorlami, so Muzzy doesn't.
thanks for everyone being here for 100 episodes. I know me, Mass, and Mamba were the first, but obviously Gorlami and KDF have been the best additions we could possibly have, and then also Muzzy doing most of the work behind the scenes with the artwork and the videos. This has all come together really well. So,
Yeah, and then he had grad school and couldn't do it. I'm just kidding.
yeah,
Just
no,
kidding.
but this has gone really well. Here's to 100th episodes. So, we'll
What?
keep it going. So, what do you mean?
Is
What?
Mamba's
Take a
mirror
shot.
picking up in the background?
What?
Do you have like a mirror behind
Why
you?
are you?
No.
Why are you? I'm trying to have a sappy moment here, and you're just like derailing it.
It threw me off,
You're
dude.
ruining the toast.
You're
you asshole.
ruining the fucking toast. So,
The football stooges, everybody.
Football Stooges 100 episode. Here's to 100 more 100th episodes. Cheers.
Coors, the banquet beer.
Oh. All right. Without further ado,
Ruined it.
let's get right into the crossover grid. Then we'll go to some news. However, I will start and say, for the longest time, we've had this.
Broncos country.
Broncos country, let's ride. We have a new one to add that I'll edit to make it a little bit better. But remind me the name, Kaduff, the newest hire for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Ian Cohen.
Yeah, Cohen.
Jacksonville. The community. Duval.
Duval. Oh, God.
I don't know if I like that one.
All right, and I'm blacking out tonight
The
to forget that one.
The
That was
best
terrible.
quotes on that in the comment section of any YouTube, any Instagram, any TikTok videos said that we are either going 0-16 or 0-17 or 17-0. And there's no in between. That is either going to be that is the new head coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars, and they are cooked.
What the fuck do they see in him?
It's Jacksonville. What do they see in anything they do?
Yeah.
Bull.
Fair.
This is what happens when Trent Baalke wasn't got rid of in how many fucking years?
4.
I like how he didn't even the emphasis was on the wrong syllable, and it was just like instead of Duval, it was Duval. Ugh.
Yeah, I don't like it.
I don't like it. All right. Anyway, crossover grid time. Then we'll get into
Gross.
KDF news.
I cringed so hard my back hurt.
Well,
Is
that
it
doesn't help that you're
CH?
old.
God damn it.
Don't make a bad comment. Don't do it.
Zach Moss. There we
Yeah, that
go.
works.
One interception return for a touchdown. That was a fumble from Sam Hubbard, so that wouldn't count.
What are the odds that
So-
Eli Apple did it?
Eli Apple
was
could
gonna
have,
say, what
but
about-
I'm
Eli-
sure.
I was gonna say, wasn't Eli Apple also a Dolphin, so you could use him for Dolphins Bengals?
Leon Hall, shout out University of Michigan, and then Eli Apple.
He was on the Dolphins? To try and
I'm
remember.
sure he was. Yeah, there you
Dolphin
go.
right there, yeah. So now Cardinals all the way down. Interception return to Buda Baker.
Buddha.
Or Patrick what did Patrick Patrick Peterson?
Okay. So
Okay, good, 'cause I was gonna
a
ask for another Pat play for the Cardinals.
Cardinal that was also a Colt.
Colts. Ooh.
Ooh,
No, that's Emmitt Smith was a Cardinal. I was thinking of Edgerrin James, but I don't think James did he. He did.
Oh,
well,
Recesses of my brain. There we go. And then so a Cardinal and a Dolphin.
Dolphin.
Was Sue ever a Cardinal?
No.
no, he
J.J.
wasn't.
Watt was a Cardinal, but he wasn't a Dolphin. This is a tough one. I don't think Tyrann Mathieu played for the Dolphins.
No.
Tyrann Mathieu didn't.
Okay, while we think about this one, let's look at some of the easy ones. Pro Football Hall of Fame inductee. We'll do Johnny Unitas. Peyton Manning's too easy.
Or Marvin Harrison Sr.
Yeah. Johnny Unitas. Let's go stay with quarterback here. Dan Marino.
Dan Marino.
Shout out.
That feels too easy. That feels too easy.
I'm trying to think of the 70s Dolphins.
Who the fuck else is like in that?
Hold on. From the no-name defense. The no-name defense.
Oh, they had a really good middle linebacker, white guy, hard hitter. Thomas Taylor. Sean Taylor. No, not Sean Taylor. Zach Taylor? No, that's the Bengals head coach. Not Zach. Oh, Dolphins middle linebacker, hard hitter. Oh no, I have an old school one. Why am I not thinking this first? Larry Zonka.
Yeah, of course.
Pro football. Who?
Charles Woodson.
Boone Conti.
Charles Woodson.
Charles Woodson. Alrighty.
I get one Packer trivia.
One Packer in there. There we go. Okay. A Cardinal who was also a Dolphin. I think of some former Dolphin players. They had a lot of overturn.
Hold on.
Didn't they have a tackle? Armstead? No, there was a Saint. Oh.
Hold on. I almost said Ryan Fitzpatrick, but I'm thinking of a different. Yeah, he was never a Cardinal. He was never a Cardinal. Logan Thomas never went to Dolphins. Not like Cheryl.
I'm just gonna start guessing names here, honestly.
I think like my ones. What about Robbie Chosen?
Wait.
Yep. Two B's.
Chosen Anderson. Josh Rosen's another one.
Josh Rosen.
Adam Pac-Man Jones. Ryan Fitzpatrick. Zach Moss. Yeah. I actually want to see who else has played between the Bengals and Colts. Let's see how many you guys remember. Toby Brown, Zach Moss, Khalid Kareem, Marvin Tell III,
Chris Carter, I think.
Corey Lynch,
Mike Doss, yeah, Morgan Trent, Carl Powers, Rico Clark,
Bernard Whittington.
Yeah, no, I don't remember a ton of these names, but I think Zach Moss might be a one and done with the Bengals. So,
what kind of fan are you?
Not that old. That's the problem. I've been watching the Bengals since Carson Palmer was there, and even then I wasn't super into it as I am now. But anyway, a lot of news to cover, a lot of coaches hiring and firing, so we'll go ahead and turn it over to KDF News. I just figured out the camera might be wrong, so get ready for someone else to jump in here.
Please be me. Please be me.
Smashed it in. We gotta go all the way. Look at this. And then.
This is 1950s news. Get him out of here.
Yeah. Get back to the retirement home, man. Anyway.
Jesus!
That's not news. It's history.
He has a kid. No.
Back in my day, we went to school uphill both ways.
On the podcast. Anyway, KDF News. It's a little bit early to be talking about the injury reports for the Super Bowl, but the only one I can confirm on the injury side of news is that the Eagles might be getting a big piece back on what may be his final go-around in the playoffs. Defensive end Brandon Graham might be making a return for the Super Bowl after suffering a torn tricep back in November. So, considering this might be his last season, hopefully he actually gets to play for it. That would be nice to see. As for other news around the league, we're going to start with already a little bit of trade rumors going into free agency. The Browns have already stated that even though there's a chance that Myles Garrett may play for another team, they have changed their stance on him and will not listen to any trade offers, no matter what they entail for him.
I feel like that's kind of hyperbole, because if somebody comes up and says, "Hey, here's Jaden Daniels and 7 first-round picks," they're taking it. It's I mean, come on.
There's Garrett now.
That
I
you
mean, he can
mention
still
it.
probably guarantee at least a first or second round pick. It's still probably one of the best defensive ends in the league right now. So
Elite helmet hitter.
elite helmet hitter. Let's see. Speaking of helmet hitters, considering it's that was against a former Steelers quarterback, Steelers owner Alt Rooney, he's got a decision to make this offseason. Russell Wilson or Justin Fields? He stated that he wants to hold on to both or either or. So, but the question mainly is, who would be probably the safer quarterback to hold on if you're a Pittsburgh fan?
Aaron Rodgers.
I mean,
Well, he
it's
hasn't-
kind of. It's like if they're able to do it, Russell Wilson could do like a team-friendly deal and be a backup for like a younger QB.
Justin.
He's not gonna want to be the backup though. He wants to be Mr.
I
Unlimited.
know. It's just one of those
Mr.
weird
Lit.
things. Like he's getting up there with age.
Like you.
Justin Fields is off his rookie contract, but he's going to be costing less. Like it's not a terrible situation for the Steelers, but it's not the greatest.
They would be able to afford both if they didn't have the most expensive defense in the NFL, which is a marvel why they have the most expensive defense in the NFL.
I have no idea how
that
they
defense.
do it, but
Minka Fitzpatrick, TJ Watt, Cameron Hayward.
Hayward, yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I personally too would say probably Justin Fields because it's safer to have the younger guy with Russell Wilson getting on in years. Speaking of people getting on in years, not you, Maston. As we go into, I said not you. And as we go into other hiring news, the Raiders are hiring former Seahawks head coach Pete Carroll as their new head coach, signing him to a 3-year deal, which by next season, at 74 years old, he will be the oldest head coach in NFL history. And knowing how the Raiders have been like that, he'll play like it too, or coach like it too. Excuse me.
I mean, I don't understand as Pete Carroll. Like, yes, you want to continue coaching, and I get that, but like, how long are you continue to coach? I know obviously the coaching profession isn't easy on the body. You're a lot of long hours breaking down film, all that stuff. But like, you are getting into your mid-70s where your body can't take that type of toll. And Pete Carroll's kept himself in very good condition. The guy does not look 70. He looks 50.
And if he lasts a 3-year deal, he will be 77, 78 by the end of the 2027 season.
Yeah. Like, if you went to coach another team that was just in the precipice of getting to a Super Bowl, Cincinnati Bengals, you could see why he would do it. Go out, get a Super Bowl, walk into the sunset. But, like, the Raiders, there is no... I will eat paint if the Raiders win the Super Bowl next year. There is no way in hell Pete Carroll alone is going to just put the... There's no way. There's no way.
Into a Super Bowl now, baby.
Write it down.
Brock Bowers cannot throw himself the football, play defense, and kick. All right? It's one man.
All right. Yeah, speaking of one man, the Cowboys have got their new man. They have hired a new head coach by promoting offense coordinator Brian Schottenheimer to the position, signing him to a 4-year deal. Yes, he is related to Marty, the famous head coach who was a great leader, but just never could get over that hump.
Bad
Luck and just shitty ownership in some cases.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Spanos and Snyder.
Yep.
Let's see what else we got. We've got speaking of the Cowboys, they are also going to be so much better as they have hired a new defensive coordinator, a retread and ex-Bears head coach Matt Eberflus. Yeah, it's just getting worse and worse.
Wait. Where's he going?
He's going back home to Dallas.
Oh, boy.
Yep. Let's see. The Lions have hired former Broncos passing game coordinator Johnny Morton as their new offensive coordinator. That's sort of patches up the holes left in their organization by the departure of multiple assistant coaches to other positions. Speaking of which, considering they lost Aaron Glenn to them, the Jets are hiring former Broncos assistant general manager Darren Mogi as their new general manager. The Bears are also Oh, you're also poaching another Lions coach for them. They have hired former Lions wide receiver coach Antoine Randall L as their new wide receiver coach under Ben Johnson.
Hey, man, tell Randall that.
Yeah. Let's see. The Ravens are hiring former Colts head coach Chuck Pagano as an assistant to John Harbaugh.
What?
I know, that's a little weird to me too.
He has good relations with them, has been part of the Ravens organization before, so not a bad hire,
But Chuck Pagano, I haven't heard that name for like, I don't know, 5 years.
Mainly because he's been sitting on Pat McAfee's couch in the Thunderdome for about 5 years.
he knows his shit. He's a good coach, but
he does.
been off for a while.
Yeah, I feel like work's been hard to him after he literally committed first-degree murder on Andrew Luck's career.
Yeah.
that wasn't just him. That was also Irsay not getting the right guys GM-wise in order to be able to get linemen.
Yeah.
The GM was not good at getting linemen there.
Yep. That's let's see. I got one more. Packers have hired former Patriots defensive coordinator DeMarcus Covington as their new D-line coach, and we actually got some departures as well. Texans offense coordinator Bobby Slowick has went from a possible head coaching prospect to fired by the team. And Patriots safeties coach Brian Belichick has parted ways with the team, making this 2 off seasons in a row. We told Belichick to fuck off.
Well,
does it make you
Brian
feel better?
Belichick? I thought his son's name was Steve, or does he have 2 kids that are?
It's another. He's got 2 sons that were.
Jeez,
he didn't.
This is out of hand. Steve. Now there's 2 of them.
We didn't retain Steve for the Mayo year, but we apparently kept Brian because his safety coaching has been actually pretty decent. It didn't really show much because saying the rest of the Patriots squad was hot ass all year.
Is Belichick's current girlfriend half the age of his kids? How old are his sons?
Google's free.
Google is free.
But Mastodon's our investigative reporter. We got to give him something.
Yeah, you can Google that one. Yeah, you can Google that one. Jesus Christ, buddy. You can Google that one, dog.
Oh
yeah.
God.
You can, yeah.
They're both in their mid-30s.
You could ask an AI.
So yes, Gorlami. One could technically probably be twice the age of Belichick's current girlfriend. Anyway, Belichick, the new head coach of UNC. Speaking of college stuff, as we go into other news, Ohio State wide receivers Carnell Tate and Jeremiah Smith have reportedly been offered millions of dollars to transfer to other schools, which could be massive violations for tampering if found to be true. Tate is expected to stay with the Buckeyes, while Smith has already entered the portal with the belief he is going to Miami to play for the Hurricanes. So until we see any actual info about that, we'll monitor that to see if there's been some tampering in the NCAA. There's also
always
some
tampering in the NCAA. It's just whether the committee wants to do anything about it or not.
Yep. Let's see. A couple new stuff regarding rule changes in the NFL. The reports suggest the kickoff rule changes that were made this season will remain after we saw a 50% increase in returns, average field position improved, and an increased number in touchdown runbacks as well. Also, NFL replay assist is expected to be expanded to more replay reviews next season, which will include quarterback slides. So anybody who is still butthurt about Patrick Mahomes doing that to the Texans, there's some solves in that. I guess he won't be able to do that too much more often. A couple more things. This news broke only a couple hours ago. Ravens kicker Justin Tucker has been accused by no less than 6 massage therapists for alleged sexual misconduct. I'm not going to get real into it, but white Deshaun Watson.
That's fair.
Yeah, there were.
That's a fair statement.
The reason that there's so much validity to it is that the individuals who came forward that were working in the massage therapy areas did not know each other before this instance, and they were contacted by I believe it's a Baltimore area news outlet. So again, this is all alleged. We aren't reporting facts at this rate because this is all a brought up case that has not been settled in a court of law, but.
There actually has been an update as one is claimed that they were only 66 yards away when they suddenly saw a puddle of something suspicious looking land next to them. So
66 yards? Oh,
There you go.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude is hydrated. Holy fuck.
Yeah.
No, when the Urinate Tree video came out, like about the haters.
Don't say came out. Don't say came out.
God damn it! When he released.
Shit.
Jesus
Joke
Christ,
over,
guys.
Joke
Use
over. Joke
The
over.
Urinate Tree video I watched talking about the Haters Guide 2 Super Bowl. When I saw that part about Justin Tucker, I was like, "Holy shit! That I did not expect."
Yeah, that's how I found out too, honestly.
Some people are talking about. I saw Benchwarmer Brand on TikTok talk about it when he was saying that the reason Justin Tucker has been off all season is because maybe he thought in the back of his mind this story was going to come out at some point. So
maybe
I don't think it's a good idea to put urinating and Justin Tucker together. So just saying.
Well, Mamba. Yeah, Mamba. He wasn't urinating, Mamba. I'll just say that.
In some more positive news, since we're talking about YouTube football YouTubers,
let's do
Tom Grossi. Tom Grossi is doing 1 million or 1 million. He's streaming on Sundays to either hit 1 million subscribers before he moves out of his current house that he started doing YouTube in, or he is trying to reach a goal of donating $1 million to a charity. All through people donating, not through ads, none of that. Everything is from what the people donate. He made a whole video on it, so it's a pretty good video. I love Tom.
Grossi Posse. Yeah, shout out to you, Tom.
He's what brings the Packers fans up.
NFL fans in general.
The team only lets you down.
Yeah,
he is very knowledgeable about the stuff that he talks about. I will admit that.
Oh yeah,
he's very good.
I loved it when we drafted Jordan Love and he screamed into a jersey. It was great.
Yeah, we're gonna keep that positive news going with that. Technically, two more last things here. First off, Broncos owners Kerry and Greg Walton-Penner made a donation of 15,000 brand new Riddell helmets to every high school football program in Colorado, one of the largest community investments ever by an NFL team.
There's only 15,000 helmets needed for Colorado high school football?
I don't know. Maybe they just were upgrading a couple helmets rather than replacing the entire line of helmets for a team, so who knows?
Okay, I thought it was the entire. I'm like, damn, that's not much.
And finally, just for a little bit of Schadenfreude, a recent interview with a confidant close to former Commanders owner Dan Snyder reveals after all these success signings and more made by the team in just one season since he sold the team, he fucking hates it.
Yeah, no shit.
Yes.
Sherlock.
Yes.
Good.
We love to see it.
Good.
Yeah, we also got a little insight into what he's been doing. He's apparently been living abroad in London, managing an investment company, and totally not just staying there as a asylum to avoid any congressional audit requests or for stuff that might have happened while he was owner. But that's neither here nor there. Yeah, the point is that he is seething in rage, and we are all pointing and laughing at who is most likely the new worst owner in NFL history. That's all I got.
Thank you very much. I will say,
tough time sleeping if Saquon goes to Philadelphia.
No, not that. Not that. I will say, though, that I did find this video about Jerry Jones talking about the recent hire of Marty Schottenheimer. And not Marty, sorry. What's his first name? Kevin?
Brian.
Brian, there it is.
Oh, sorry, his name's not Brian anymore.
Ben?
It's the new head coach of the Dallas Cowboys.
Schottenheimer. So Jerry had this to say about the backlash from Cowboys fans online.
There's a very low percentage of this that is smiles and glory holes.
What?
There's a very low percentage of this that is smiles and glory holes.
Smiles and glory holes.
Glory holes, baby.
Hey,
that
the division for the next 10 years.
Yeah.
I'm so happy.
What in the hell are you saying, Jerry? Go back to the home.
He might be the new worst owner.
Meat Masted in there.
Tepper, Dean
Tepper,
Spanos.
Spanos.
Yeah, Tepper,
Ursay,
Spanos, Ursay.
the Brown, Haslam.
The Browns.
Yeah, with Jerry, he's just delusional. That's it more worse.
He's
than,
senile.
more than
Somebody
anything.
take him to the
Because
All right.
he actually has 2 Super Bowls under his ownership. I will admit that.
That's true.
Yeah. All
Yes,
right.
but he made a deal with the devil for them. Though. Like if I win this one in '95, I'll never have to win another one. Please, just let me have this one, Lord.
NFC. Why
You got
are
closed
there
caption on.
captions on? What the fuck? Anyway, NFC Championship game. Washington Commanders and Philadelphia Eagles. No one expected the Washington Commanders to be here, and at the first half, they looked like they wanted to be here. 23-55 was the final score. It was a lot closer.
Terry was being pretty scary.
Yes, but here's the thing, though. Saquon took exception of that.
Yes. The second half was a much different game. Going into the half, the score for Washington was 15, while the Eagles had 27. And it was pretty close. Eagles did get the ball when it came out in the second half, but then in the second half, it was something else. 28 points were scored by the Eagles to the Commanders' 8. They could not keep up. The strong start for the Commanders fizzled away as they lost the turnover battle and therefore lost the game. That has been this tale of this NFL postseason. If you lose a turnover battle, you lose the game. That's just how it's gone. The Lions did it. The Bills, as we'll talk about soon, did it. The Commanders did it. You can't lose the turnover battle in a key game and then expect to win the game. Jaden Daniels had a pretty good game. 29 for 48 for 255, 1 touchdown, 1 pick, 3 sacks. He also ran 6 carries for 48 yards and a touchdown. He was a lead rusher. This was definitely an issue, though, because after that, their running back had 11 carries for 36 yards, Brian Robinson Jr., and Eckler 8 for 15. The inability all year of the Commanders to have a very solid traditional run game has been somewhat of an issue. They have supplemented a lot with some Jaden Daniels option plays and RPOs, which can work and will continue to work for this team with Jaden Daniels continuing to stay healthy if he does, and also the youth and speed that he has will help him. But at the same time, as stuff goes on and on and on, you don't want to continue to do this when Jaden Daniels gets older and older. And I still think they need a solid running back, but again, running against the Eagles front line is ridiculous with guys like Carter and Jordan Davis, who's like 800 pounds of man.
Yeah. So with that first drive for Washington, they had almost 8 minutes of time possession, which was interesting. Of like that could have worked out for them. Like it was actually a good plan.
Leading clock is like a good strategy if you need to just.
Especially when the Eagles try to eat clock. Also, I know it's different when Barkley did that long run.
It's different when, you're running the ball and this is what happens. Barkley just torches the entire defense, spins off multiple tackles, and breaks down a 60-plus yard touchdown.
But that first drive when Washington was doing that, I was like, this is scary. Like, they're going for it on 4th down. It's like, they had a good game plan.
They did.
I don't think, it was nothing. Kind of Washington beat themselves with turnovers, but if I was a Washington fan, damn, you're excited for next season.
Yeah, you just got to keep the momentum going. You can't take things for granted. Zach Ertz for Washington had a great day. 11 receptions, 104 yards. McLaurin, 3 receptions, 51 yards, and a touchdown, even though he also had, or that was Nichols with the fumble. For the Eagles, a lot more passing than I thought we would see from them. Probably due to their ability to really balance the game out and keep the Commanders' defense on their toes, not only looking to stack the box against the run, but Jalen Hurts went 20 for 28 for 246 yards and a touchdown with 2 sacks. Running the ball, it was a team effort. Saquon Barkley, 15 for 118 and 3 touchdowns. His longest was a 60-yard run. Will Shipley, 4 for 77 and a touchdown. Jalen Hurts, 10 for 16 and 3 touchdowns. Dallas Goedert, 2 for 13. Kenneth Gainwell, 3 for 8. And Kenny Pickett came out to kneel the ball twice for -3 yards. That is 7 rushing touchdowns, the most amount of rushing touchdowns since 1940 in a playoff game. Insane performance. A.J. Brown, 6 receptions, 96 yards, and a touchdown receiving. Goddard, 7 for 85. Devontae Smith, 4 for 45. And Kenneth Gainwell, 2 for 16. A team effort by the Eagles to get this win. On paper, they are the better team. Yeah, fake punt there, but great call. I think the Eagles are better in every sense of position matchups, except when it comes to coaching. Dan Quinn is a mastermind at what he's done with this team and being able to constantly change things up and really give good looks and opportunities for Jaden Daniels, even the fake punt. The defensive scheming was very well done. But when it comes down to it, big players show up during big games, and the Eagles have a few more of those defensively, especially in that secondary. Blankenship and DeJean have been great. Bonds look good at defense. Their defensive line is solid. Quinion Mitchell, Jalen Carter.
You already said Zach Bond.
Yeah, Zach Bond. This defense showed up big time to really stop this explosive Commanders offense that can attack you in many different ways. Those college-style RPOs and run options are a real tough thing for defense to cover, and they covered it well. And then the Eagles' offense goes out and takes advantage of a weaker secondary for the Commanders, but does an amazing job at being able to balance the run and the pass, and they just dominate wherever they could. And it just put the Commanders on the back foot in the second half, and they ran away with it.
I have a quick question for everybody here.
Yes.
Sure. What do you guys think? Like, I've been seeing more in the NFL. What do you guys think of like the whole pistol full house and pistol offset? What do you think of that formation?
Why don't you describe? Some of us don't understand that though. So,
yeah.
So like, especially if you're watching like Bills and Chiefs, the pistol full house is like, kind of like it's not a wing T, but in the sense of instead of going like, say you get the wing T going, but instead you're pistol and you got two fullbacks to your side and a running back behind you, and your offset is like running power I with an offset fullback, but you're running from the pistol, so that fullback is lined up with your quarterback. I've seen a lot more of that in the NFL. I was just curious, like, if you guys noticed that, like, if you had a thought on it. Like, I know colleges do it a lot, but I'm seeing it in the NFL now, and I'm curious, like,
maybe it's to ease like rookie QBs or very young QBs, because since they're used to in college, why?
Because in this pause, oh fuck, go back.
No, hold on,
So, like,
I'll
just-
show you. Okay,
Well,
got the whiteboard. Got the whiteboard here. So
the whiteboard here. Give me my 5 down linemen.
Sorry, I'm drawing with a mouse and keyboard, so this is very difficult.
Yeah.
So pistol,
shotgun.
you got about like what? More pistols, like probably a little closer, but yeah. So you got a running back behind.
Yep.
And you got like 2 fullbacks surrounding the quarterback on his left and right. No, like lined up on the QB.
Okay.
This is a full house. This is pistol
we're still
full
missing
house.
1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah, a lot. They'll either throw receivers out or throw 2 tight ends. Like, this is the full house package, right?
Yeah.
And then your offset is just basically think of like an offset power I, but instead of under center, you're just in the pistol.
7, 8, 9, 10. Yep. Okay.
So
like, what do you guys think of this formation? Like, I've been seeing it a lot more. I've seen it tight. I've seen it throwing receivers out.
I mean, I think
Like,
this
a
is
lot of
definitely good for the Eagles, I feel like, because this allows you to run some power offense, not to mention that you have a good O-line that has very movable guys, generally. I know their offensive line has been banged up because of injury to the center position, but if you have, like, Barkley back here, and you take Hurts here, and you maybe send a good...
Gainwell as the second running back, and then I don't know about... I'm trying to remember any other running backs.
So what I've seen...
Goddard, if tied it, like they use Goddard for a run, if Goddard goes to like left to Jalen Hurts or the right of Jalen Hurts.
So what I've seen out of the Eagles is more of that offset. So like they're gonna have an extra tight end or receiver. They're gonna take one of those guys and move them up the line, right?
Yep.
But like the Eagles and Bills were running like that. They call it full house, pistol full house.
Mm-hmm. You could easily set up a RPO this way, where you have maybe like an option here on this side. Devontae Smith or AJ Brown. I would put Devontae Smith here, and then I would have AJ Brown over here. And you basically have Jalen Hurts hand the ball off here, and if he sees that if this corner is sagging back and then Smith is able to undercut it, or Brown is able to undercut it here into a hook, or if this guy's pushed up and Brown just beats him, you can pull that ball away from Barkley and just chuck it deep, especially if this safety... If these come into, like, maybe a blown coverage happens, or if it's like a cover 1 and this safety cheats here, and this safety comes down here for like a cover 1 robber, and then this is a 1-on-1 man coverage and gets beat, you could easily do that. But then also if you set it up this way...
In a cover 1 robber, one of them's going deep, right?
Right, this one would be going deep, but if he all of a sudden...
Yeah, you had both arrows. Sorry.
If he comes to cover the center, he goes back here, and they're focused on this here. This could be 1-on-1 coverage right here. But then if not,
depends on who's covering.
Right. You can also hand the ball off to Barkley here. You have a lead blocker. You could pull a guard from the main side or from the opposite side, pull him over, or you could even pull the center sometimes. Kelsey did this a lot. So, but yeah.
It could be I think it could be an honest attempt to bring back the best position in all of football. The fullback.
At this day and age, it's sad to say, but I feel like
give me the fullback back.
A lot of tight ends have become
position.
fullback. A lot of fullbacks have just become tight ends, and tight ends are just playing fullback.
Also, I think maybe that formation could help for like rookie QBs or like younger QBs that are just coming out of college. Be like, okay, here's something we could settle to help try to learn in a way.
Right.
I can see
also, a lot of college quarterbacks, maybe not SEC ones as much, are used to a much more crowded backfield, being able to be under center a little bit more, not so many shotgun, empty backfield, no one's here to help me. It's just, 5 receivers and all this clutter. So,
I was just seeing it in the NFL more, and it was like weird to me because usually you see a lot of shotgun in that. You don't usually see them.
It's like a half shotgun. You're not in deep shotgun for the pistol. You're
you're in the pistol. You're 3 yards off the ball, and it's
instead of deep
ball's
shotgun,
right in front of you. And
I will say in this game, one of the funniest moments that happened is we learned about the NFL's what was the name for the rule?
The rule that was made when Macedon got back from the war.
So as you can see here, they are trying to stop the tush push, and in order to do it multiple times before this, they were flagged because of jumping off sides and stuff of that nature. So if you continue to do encroachment, continue to do penalties over and over and over, it's unsportsmanlike conduct, and eventually the referees, because you're stalling the game, can choose to award a 6-point touchdown to the other team because of this. The reason this was happening is because there is a crazy bastard that plays for the fucking
Luvu?
Commanders.
Oh,
Frankie Luvu. Frankie Luvu was insane. Here is a clip of him trying to jump into the Eagles' backfield when they're about to hike the ball.
No, when he did that blitz and fucking lit up Jalen Hurts, I'm trying to remember which quarter it was. I was like, oh no, he's gonna destroy that.
He's going for the nacho splash.
Thank you, Luvu.
Yeah, that was this guy, I think, is going to be a sight to see next year, trying to do more and more of this. It kind of reminds you of a Troy Polamalu trying to...
Moss, go back to it. He got mossed.
No, he was a defender.
Oh, God.
Motherfucker got mossed.
He didn't catch it in the first one, though. That is Quinny Mitchell, yeah.
The ball still got to him.
Is that the rookie from Toledo?
Yep.
Yeah.
No, I thought DeJean was from Toledo. Or am I thinking?
No, DeJean is in Iowa.
Iowa.
That was Mitchell.
The lesser Iowa college.
Yep. Again, they've really repaired this this secondary with DeJean.
You mean Matt Patricia not calling plays anymore?
Yeah.
Thank God you're free of that.
But a dominant showing in the second half by the Eagles. Great way to adjust to the game plan that was thrown at you by the Commanders, change it up, and then
tight end on that one. That's fucking wild. I love it. Oh, I love it.
I mean, and that was Shipley that was running it because they're like, all right, let Saquon rest.
Oh yeah,
Shipley. He already had 3 touchdowns.
No, I don't think they pulled a tight end.
Next play.
Hold on. Oh, it's next play for the touchdown.
They pulled the tight end.
They did. Yep.
That's Goddard. No, that's not Goddard. That's Calcaterra.
God, I love it. Double pull. Use your tight end.
Yep. Also, is that a hip drop tackle?
I think I might have been there.
Yes, that is a textbook hip drop tackle. Look at 20. I think it's 25 here.
Yeah.
Yep, that is a textbook hip drop tackle. He literally rolls up his knees here. Oh.
And there comes a fine.
Probably not.
I don't think it was on purpose. I think it was just like all like I'm not gonna be like, oh, he was trying.
He just went. He went too high. Is what happened.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna be like, oh, he tried it. It was like I think.
Muzzy finished the bottle.
Muzzy, you might need some more liquor for this one.
Time me take a piss because I don't give a shit about this one. The Eagles are in the Super Bowl.
Swear to God, that punt return shows up on here.
I think one of the problems with this game is that when people look back at it, the reffing in this was not the greatest. There were mistakes that were made reffing, but also to start this game, the Bills came out flat. They got the ball first and an immediate 3-and-outs. You can't do that at Arrowhead against the Chiefs. You really cannot. Also, the amount of times that they allowed Patrick Mahomes to get out of the pocket and not close a clean pocket around him was rough. It sucks too that you're paying all this money to Von Miller, and I don't know how you feel, Muzzy, but I don't feel like he's had a big enough impact in most games.
I fucking hate it.
Yeah.
Full house right there. Full house right there. Full house right there.
Yep.
Go back to it. Go back to it.
Yeah.
Go back to it. We must analyze.
I love seeing Von Miller's one play per season and just be like, oh, yeah, that guy's still on the team.
Yeah, and he's getting paid a ton of money for it. And the thing the Bills, I think, need that you guys had for your playoff runs where you got to force the Super Bowls was, a guy like, I can't remember his name. Edge rusher. Oh.
What would you think if you took a receiver out of that package and put a tight end in for a strong side? Think about it.
Bruce Smith, there it is. You guys need a Bruce Smith to be out there to be able to get a bunch of tackles.
I guess I'll go fuck myself. I'm trying to talk football formations.
We'll bring Bruce
Smith we already talked about.
We'll get him out of retirement.
Yes, but I'm throwing in ideas as I'm seeing.
Dude is like 50. You're gonna give him out retirement.
I know he'll be fine.
So are you.
He's doing real estate at Blacksburg, Virginia.
Yeah. So the final score was 29-32.
He is doing like real estate stuff.
Josh Allen went 22 for 34 for 2 touchdowns, no picks, 2 sacks. The running game was okay. Cook 13 for 85 and 2 touchdowns. Josh Allen 11 for 39.
Stop running backwards, you dipshit.
There was a little too many quarterback designed runs for Josh Allen late in the game, and the Chiefs really picked up on it. Matt Collins had an amazing day, 3 for 73 and a touchdown. Big game. Gabe is back in the form of Matt Collins. The Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes, 18 for 26 for 245, 1 touchdown and 2 sacks. Not a great day from him. 18 for 26 is an okay percentage. 245 is a good amount of yardage. It was just kind of doesn't jump off the page at you. Running the ball, though, they ran all over.
Wait, jump back on that play. Jump back on that play quick. Like, at the start with the motion. Back. Okay, never mind.
Okay.
I thought someone else went in motion, and the tight end wasn't even set
Kareem Hunt, 17 for 64 and a touchdown on the ground. Patrick Mahomes, 11 for 43 and 2 touchdowns. Xavier Worthy, 2 for 16. Receiving, Juju Smith-Schuster, 2 for 60. Hollywood Brown, 3 for 45. Or 35. Travis Kelce, 2 for 19. Sanjay Piran, 1 for 17. Isaiah Pacheco, 2 for 12. DeAndre Hopkins was almost a non-factor. 2 targets, 1 reception, 11 yards. But the thing that hurts the most is the guy that the Bills passed up on, Xavier Worthy, 6 receptions, 85 yards and a touchdown. Which just
to this day, I still don't know why you traded down instead of taking.
This was the offsides call right here.
I don't know either, and it makes me so angry.
Yeah, it just. I feel you. There's a lot of Duke Tobin decisions that are just. Yeah. There were some calls in this game that were under high amount of scrutiny, and we'll talk about them. I hope they have the.
Or 9 calls.
We just pull up a highlight video of the NFL refs.
I wonder if it was a size thing. They wanted a bigger receiver with Coleman because Worthy's kind of small.
I mean, Coleman's good. It's just that Xavier Worthy is as fast as all get up.
They got the replacement for Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill, I mean.
Yeah, it was Andy Reid just goes, it's like, oh, look, a fast guy? Huh, reminds me of Deshaun Jackson.
Not just a fast guy, the fastest guy in combine history. I'm trying to figure out where was the Worthy catch that was, debatable.
Oh, that was really early.
I can understand the pick for Coleman just because I think they really wanted a bigger receiver. Because just the Bills have had very small receivers. With Stephon Diggs, Khalil Shakir.
I thought it was in the first half. Yeah, it might be in the first half.
Hey, remember that hip drop?
Had they called any hip drops? I'm actually being serious.
They've called a couple. They've called a couple.
Did they? Okay, but is it a flag or is it a fine? I've seen
nobody knows.
It's both. It's both. like a kind of like a targeting penalty in the NFL.
He wasn't even lined up on the center's belt on that one.
No, they've been leaning with the Chiefs all year with this. I think they were going to the right side of the field when the.
No, it was left side.
Also,
it was left side.
Shout out Matt Collins, that one. So they were going that way.
I love that guy.
Why couldn't you do that shit with Philly? What the fuck?
Matt Collins?
Yes, he was drafted by Philly.
I know.
You guys made him wear shoes.
I love that guy. I hope we keep him. He's great.
There need to be more of that. We're gonna go back and look at this. Matt Milano. Watch this. Watch this. You can't really see it, but he's gonna disappear off screen. Matt Milano is not playing zone defense. He's playing QB spy here. Watch. Sits there. He's literally 3 yards back. He's sitting there. He's mirroring Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes starts to do this rollout. Matt Collins doesn't buy any of the fakes. He's gonna hit him in the legs. That's what Matt Milano was there for.
Yeah.
He was basically
so nice
also,
to have him back.
When did James Cook? He just dribbled him in. Oh, like,
James Cook went off this year. No,
yeah, he needs to continue.
There's a lot of things to be excited about, for the whole thing of the rebuild year. You guys were supposed to suck this year. So obviously I can't be so infuriated about this season ending the way it did. Obviously it's still sad, but there's a lot of things to look up to.
This play is ridiculous.
Yeah.
That
amazing.
Is ridiculous. Like, I hope they give you a slow motion after this, because they will.
Yep,
watch the extent. Look how close this is to being down. He gets hit here. That's like 3 yards short. All right, that is 3 yards.
And then hit the next hit. Just go ahead.
Another hit in his midsection. He's bent. He is bent in a fucking C, and like. Both of his legs are going opposite directions. He's got one arm on the ball. He then puts his left arm down to gain balance. And then this man is literally doing a one-hand lateral handstand, has enough core strength to keep his legs in the air, and extends. Yeah. And holds onto the ball as it smacks on the ground. Look at this. Like,
yeah.
That was a 4th down. That was touchdown or turnover. And then they go for 2.
I remember this one where
they went for 2 a lot, and did not work.
Yeah.
Where was this Xavier Worthy catch? I need to see this.
I thought it was in the first half, because the Chiefs was going from.
I thought it was late.
West. No, it was in the first half because it was a challenge also on something.
They challenged that as a catch.
I think it was here. I think this is it.
No, because
you mean the one with Bishop? That was in the first half.
That was in the first half. Okay.
Yeah. That should have been.
Yeah, I was going to talk about it because I hope they had a.
I think it's before this.
Nope. Before
maybe
this.
Not. I don't know if Worthy scored.
Everyone just wants to copy the Packers and jump into the stands.
Was it this?
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, there
so
you go.
You can see here, that was called a catch. I hope they show the instant replay of this.
So
Are they gonna?
Stupid.
Don't press anything. They're probably gonna show. It's gonna be right after this. They show the replay. Don't.
I didn't even want the interception. It
no,
wasn't
so the NFL doesn't want us to see it. So
sounds about right.
In instant replay, it looked like that Bills corner catched it first.
Bishop had more control over the ball than Worthy did.
Yeah.
Also, there was a flag for holding on defense, if I remember right. So what McDermott challenged, like someone says, like, why are you challenging when there was a flag against you? Well, instead of being at the catch, being at the 4, it would just be a 10-yard penalty.
Yeah,
that's why.
Here's the thing I don't like either. Is back up a little bit. Back up right before the catch.
There you go.
See, look, ball. It's hard to see there, but the ball hit the ground right there. Right there. You can't really see it.
Your head's in
but
the lap.
Yeah,
that's why.
Ball touched the ground.
It's incomplete.
No, it would be an interception.
It should be,
or at least incomplete.
The
rule is there's a lot of different aspects of this you have to consider. If there's dual possession, which there was here. Both individuals have caught the ball, then it is a offensive ball. Dual possession rules in favor of the offense. If it's not a catch, neither of them catch it. If the ball is caught off the ground, then it is an interception. So it's either two things. Either Xavier Worthy tried to catch it off the ground while the Bills defender had it controlled, and that would mean that it is an interception, or the ball hit the ground because of both of them, and it's an interception either way. But again, we don't get to talk about this a ton because there was a flag on the play, which seemed like a makeup call in that situation. The worst part was at the very end here. Actually, no, the first down that they didn't call on against Allen.
Was
Oh,
it?
no. Here's my biggest problem with that controversial catch. Is immediately when the ball hits the ground, the ref that's right behind, right, is immediately making a judgment call, like on something he couldn't see. He was literally to the backside. Like there was another ref on the other side. Should have been his call.
This is the NFL's official channel, right? This is the NFL's official YouTube channel. Look how they cut this off. So once you can see like the back judge come in, right, and it's off. They don't want to show a slow-mo of it, of how close it was to being sure. No. They knew that it was a bad call, and they're covering it up.
Yeah, like any other...
Clearly across.
That would be the first down.
Here is the 40, and it runs right here. If you draw a line straight up, Josh's whole helmet is across the line. Obviously, this is a bit of an angle, so you have to think about that.
Even if you call the bullshit of the ball is on his crotch, he's still lined
He's got the ball right here, leaned over.
Yes.
It's over on the other side of his head. All you need is a point. You don't need the whole ball to be across. You need a tip of the ball. If there is a micrometer of the ball that is in front of the first down, it's a first down. Yeah, and that's the other thing. It doesn't matter where you get tackled at because there is the forward progress rule. The furthest you went with the football and continue to maintain possession is where the ball is placed. That way, if Jalen Carter picks up Zach Moss and throws Zach Moss 15 yards back, then it's still at the spot where he got hit.
Like,
Go ahead,
if that defender has maintained contact,
there you go.
If that defender gets ripped off, and then you get tackled, say you got pulled back 2-3 yards, and that defender falls off, and another defender hits you, you're still back that 2-3 yards.
Right. In this situation, though, there's pretty constant contact.
Yeah.
So first down right there. He's clearly across. As you can see by, if we can use, I don't know what poor lineman this is at the bottom of the pile here, his hips are the line of scrimmage. Look at his hips. His hips are directly in the line of scrimmage. This is not where... First down line. Sorry, the first down line. The first down line is clearly on the 40. It's not one of those ones where it's a little ahead of the 40. It was on the 40. It was 40-yard was the first down. If you look at his hips are on the 40. The ball is in Josh Allen's left side. If you were to draw a line straight through this guy's hips, like a vertical plane made out of glass, Josh Allen's entire upper fucking body is through that glass pane. That is a first down. That would have been called a touchdown, but because it's against the Chiefs and it's against Taylor Swift and all the money the NFL is making, it's not.
Don't play it forward. Don't play it forward, because here's where it gets iffy on the call. Like from a reffing standpoint, is the ball is facing up towards the northern sideline from our view, right? So it becomes, and it's also on that right side, it becomes that judge's call up there.
Yep.
But that judge was on the 40, but this ref came up from the bottom side short.
Yeah. He's ahead of the 40. Look at his legs. He is in front of the 40-yard line. It's a first down. But he doesn't wave. Oh, my God. He doesn't wave. Sorry, go ahead.
Let Gorlami finish.
In the rules of reffing, like this goes any level. Number one, the ball is on that side judge's side, right? Like in terms of like where the contact happened, like it's closer to his side, and the ball is facing him. It is his call no matter what. But when you have that backside judge come in and overlap it, then you're overruling the guy on a spot that's not fully yours is the problem.
It's like basketball. It's like a guy calling a penalty who's on the opposite end of the court while the guy right under the basket didn't call anything.
It's breaking of the official honor system is what it is, because I've done it and I got bitched at. It's not fun.
I finished my liquor.
But
guys
I'm
go in your
just
rant
I'm just
there,
saying
take a
I'm just
nap.
saying it's weird to me like that, especially like that the fucking stupid ass umpire position that the NFL does, where they put it behind the fucking offense, should be behind the defense, like in the scrum. But for whatever reason, the NFL says we're gonna put him fucking back with the referee.
Probably for referee
Doesn't
safety.
it
That was
doesn't
the
it
line.
doesn't give you a good read on the line.
Because these
It's-
referees are older, they've been through a lot, and if a referee got hit accidentally walking like a
It makes your calls worse.
well, I know it does, but at the same
I don't-
time,
I don't
like it's
care.
not worth
No, I don't
it's
care.
not worth a 50-year-old's life when Brian Urlacher is running full tilt, doesn't see you, and you die. Like, I'm sorry, but there's guys in the NFL if you
The
run into
linebacker,
them,
if there's linebackers playing downhill, it won't be a problem.
there's not much downhill playing anymore. It's a lot of lateral stuff. Have you seen Fred
where's
Wagner?
the camera that's got
Dude,
the overhead
college
view?
officials
I'm sure
are the
that
same
that
fucking
angle
age
got
as
it.
NFL officials, and they put an umpire right there. I don't
Arrowhead
wanna
doesn't.
fucking hear
Arrowhead
it.
doesn't have one of those. They're one of the few states that doesn't have an overhead cam like that.
Oh, that's convenient.
Yeah, it is. It really is. It really fucking is. Because their owner won't upgrade the
Everything
stadium.
about NFL officiating has just pissed me off this year.
And then we'll look at this last play here.
First
Um,
time
I swear to God, if it's a fucking
This-
punt return, I swear to God, I'm gonna kill
This was not on the refs. I will have to say this is tremendous. I'm going to give credit where credit's due here. This was tremendous defensive call by the Chiefs, and this was not really a blown coverage by the Bills. It could have been picked up a lot better, but this was a masterful defensive blitz call. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys look like they're blitzing here, right? Josh Allen hikes the ball, comes
Cole
in.
Spagnuolo.
Or wait, well, that's not the right
no,
play.
No. Yeah, I mean,
It's-
like, why are you doing screen there? No,
Yeah.
that's a dumbass like screen by the Bills.
Sorry, I was on the wrong play. But yeah, this was a similar play upcoming here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think there's might even be 7 guys here. Yeah. It looks like 7s were going to rush. 1 pops out and you rotate. So they're blitzing one side and they're shifting the coverage over to that side. And as you can see, they're trying to cover here, but they don't slide the line far enough. The left guard isn't picking up anybody, and the situation breaks down on that side. The pressure gets to Allen really quick. He has to throw a back foot, back shoulder fade to Kincaid in traffic, and it's dropped.
And there
Tough
was a flag
catch.
thrown.
Yes, tough catch anyway. A flag was thrown and was immediately picked up. That should have been roughing the passer. That was putting your force into a hit. That wasn't a push and stand up. That was a push and
That one, no. For that one, because of all the other roughing the passer shit, that is very light. because
Even
he
so,
threw him
it's
down.
pretty
No, he threw him down. You can push him. You can't
Well-
throw him down. Watch this. He grabs him and he pushes. You can't do that. In the modern NFL, you cannot do that. You have to push and stand straight up. You can't throw your body weight into it. You can't land on a guy. That's how it's done nowadays. It sucks. It's stupid, but that's how it's done. This is an overhead view, which, again, not really an overhead. It's from the top side in the balcony.
Alan was looking for a flag there. You could see him.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
So, as you can see, when you have all of these guys coming in, watch the offensive line try to cover it here. And you have 1, 2, 3, 4 guys coming at 2 linemen. So, there's going to be 2 guys rushing free. They don't decide to block. I don't understand why the running back went into the flat. Maybe if there's absolutely no one on him, you can throw it and hope he gets, because you need what here, Muzzy? Like 15 yards for a first down almost?
Yeah.
10 or 15.
So, throwing into the flat, first of all, you're not Zach Taylor. Second of all, don't be Zach Taylor. Don't throw a screen when you have 15 yards to gain. But at the same time, I think it would have been a lot better if this running back here was designed to be in pass coverage and stop this blitz from coming, because you're passing it. The defense knows you're passing it. You got to get a long pass off, so that you need more time in the pocket. The defense knows that. They're going to try to come over and stop something. So 76.
That's here.
Yeah.
I don't think you're supposed to block there.
Yeah. Empty backfield. This is supposed to be a pitch out. And
Also,
then
the
you
Bills
have
the Bills knew they were gonna blitz. It's Spagnuolo. He's gonna fucking blitz.
I don't
Fucking
know
time.
why the Bills decided that in the playoffs they really liked doing screens. Like, it was very interesting. Like the past playoff games of them doing all these screenplays.
But like,
have a way
look
too
at
slow,
them
make it
try
blitz.
to adjust. Right guard here.
Make it 0.5
Snap.
speed. Okay.
And then gets, like, touches them to try to bump them over to the tackle. But the tackle's got here. And then there's a miscommunication with the center and the left guard, the center and the right guard. So the left guard tries to come over and fix it because he sees no one's in front of me. Shit. Turns his head, tries to get a backward block, but these guys are too quick. They're DBs and middle linebackers. He can't get there. Right tackle doesn't really get beat, but it's a really wide swing, so he thinks, oh, it's fine, but doesn't realize inside are two more guys that came in hard. Right guard, I don't want to just say, hey, you fucked up, buddy, but, blocked no one. And then Josh Allen is forced to fight off 3 defenders with no back help here. Besides, if he dumps this here, there's no way that this receiver is going to be able to get the needed 15 yards. And now you have this situation where you have 2 guys short of the sticks. Kincaid's breaking open now near the 40, and Allen has to heave it. Does the best he can to heave it while getting hit and fouled, which wasn't called. It's short because it's off his back foot and he's rushed. There's a chance to catch it, but it's just a bit short and wobbling, and it's a tough catch to make, and it's not made by Kincaid.
Oh, yeah.
And it's not Mark Andrews type of catch. Mark Andrews just dropped it.
Yeah, I don't blame Kincaid for that at all. That's a tough ball to catch.
Very tough ball to catch. Very tough one to catch. And that's how it ended. That is how the AFC Championship ended. Chiefs get the win, and they move on to the Super Bowl. They'll be playing the Eagles. We'll cover that next week. But nothing to hang your head about for both teams. The Commanders obviously don't expect them to be there, and the ceiling looks incredibly high, so you got to continue that momentum. And then for the Bills, you just got to keep making some changes, and you need to keep this continued, because we all thought they weren't going to be there this year. Matt Milano was out for a while. Von Miller was getting older. You lost Stephon Diggs, losing a lot of defensive players and receivers. And there's no way the Bills were the second best team in the AFC the entire year, and they were only behind the Chiefs, who were winning games by literal toes.
Also, who expected James Cook to go off basically tied for the lead or second in the rushing touchdowns?
So
by running back.
The Bills have a very high ceiling still, and they saved a lot of cap space getting rid of Diggs, who obviously got hurt in Houston and didn't do much. So there's still a lot of opportunity for the Bills. This was just a good season with the Bengals having an off year and the Ravens also falling to the Bills early. So, the window isn't closed at all, but
playoff Lamar and playoff Ravens
Lamar
with Harbaugh.
It's rough. So,
and the Steelers standard is a standard.
Yep. Any other topics you guys want to talk about? Because again, there's not really anything to prepare for because we have a week until the next episode.
What happened to the block in the back?
What did happen to the block in the back?
I want to know.
Yeah.
If it's still in the NFL rule book, why is it not called?
So, who's winning?
I want to know what these refs
who's
are
winning the Pro Bowl.
Who's winning the AFC or NFC?
AFC. Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow's in the AFC. It's the AFC. It's easy. So is Jamar Chase and Tyreek Hill. You're gonna stop that and flag? No.
And Russell Wilson, baby.
Russell Wilson's in the Pro Bowl.
Drake May's in the Pro Bowl.
Drake May's in the Pro Bowl.
Drake May's in the Pro Bowl.
He's an alternate.
I can see that. No, Drake May. Drake May was looking good.
Completely. Don't be rash. Completely solid. First NFL season. If Jaden Daniels didn't exist, Drake May might be Rookie of the Year. But Jaden Daniels exists. So, nothing really else, I guess, to talk about. We will cover the Super Bowl preview next week.
I think it'll be.
Where
NFL
is it,
honors.
Lob?
It's not
what
there.
What happened to it?
It's not there. It wasn't called.
It's in the rule book.
Is it next Thursday's NFL honors? So basically, they're gonna give out the awards next Thursday too.
Yep, I believe that's what they're gonna do as well. So
I want to know on a punt return what each ref is responsible of fucking watching, because it looks like they're all just watching the goddamn receiver.
Am I Roger Goodell?
No, you have.
So I don't know.
Also,
he's Lobber Goodell.
I love it's a Packers fan complaining when they get all the calls when they face against Detroit.
It's because the block in the back is a safety call.
I know, but it's just the Packers fan when they always get the calls against the Bears or the Detroit Lions for the past 10 years.
The community.
Except that one time against a fucking Seahawks, pick that shit off.
Duval.
It's growing on me.
Those replacement refs. That's different.
Okay. Ladies, you're both pretty. Calm down.
Should have been better.
Calm down. We got to wrap this episode. So, thank you everyone for watching. Thank you to everyone being here for the 100th episode, for Macedon, Mamba, Gorlami,
My
Kadef,
heater got fixed.
and for Muzzy. Again, to 100 episodes. It's been a great ride. Hopefully the ride does continue. Enjoy football. There's only one game left, two if you count the Pro Bowl, which I don't think you do, but there's only one game of football left. But before you know it, off-season spring football is going to be here, and we'll be right here through the entire coverage of it. Let's go Brahmas. So enjoy football.
Stallions, baby.
Enjoy football. Enjoy. We also got to figure out, like, I feel like there is a time we should all try to go to a UFL game together at some point. There might, for everybody. We'll have to talk about that once we end the episode, so we're not like leaking addresses, because Mamba lives at 3172 East Main Street. No, that's good. But anyway, thank you for watching Football Stooges. Enjoy football. It's sadly coming to a close to the NFL, but other football's right on the corner. And most importantly, run the damn ball. Have a good night.
Take one for you.
If I don't see a block in the back called